we live? My helmet's kind of turned my hair into what looks like a toupee. Yeah. I'd rather wear a helmet than not wear a helmet and be dead. Because here at Rossman Repair, we value safety in an OSHA-compliant workplace. What are you standing on, Hi-Hi?
A ladder.
What the fuck are you standing on, Hi-Hi? Is that a folding chair?
It's an OSHA-approved ladder.
We have a ladder right there next to Steve's desk. An actual ladder, and you're standing on a fucking folding chair. My God. All right. So today, we're going to be working on a MacBook Air, no power, A1466. An easy job. Now, Paul, of course, is going to get mad, as he often does, when he sees that I'm working on something that's seemingly easy while his queue is miserable bullshit. So I decided to do something that I'm going to let you all decide if you think it's fair the other day. I gave Paul one of the easiest things there was, an iPad that needed a single filter replaced. And what did he do for 2 months? He avoided it. So now, what that tells me is that what Paul actually wants is all the difficult stuff, the stuff where you have to burn your brain, the PM Sleep S4Ls, the short ends of the PCH. Because when I give Paul a job that needs just one filter replacement, he says, I don't want that. Keep that away from me. It's scary. So, this store got trolled by an iPad for 2 months. I got trolled. Okay. So we're going to open up this MacBook with no power and see what's going on with it. Let's just get this thing on the desk. That didn't just troll Paul, that trolled Camille, that trolled Davidson. Admittedly, it trolled me because I was avoiding looking at it because I figured if everybody here couldn't figure this out, this is going to be a crack in the motherboard or short under the A10 or A11 or whatever the hell processor chip is on there. It's going to be a nightmare. But see, the thing is with this store, the way it works is when somebody solves something that everybody else thinks is unsolvable, but that person who solved it, since they then proved they could solve it, then gets all of them. So what's going to wind up happening is every single time somebody sends an iPad Pro in, it's going to wind up right over here. So I've kind of screwed myself since I set that precedent. Every time a customer walks in and says my iPad Pro has a problem, Paul's going to take it in and put it over here. Tell them we have a 1 or 2 day turnaround. Twist the knife.
6 to 12 hour turnaround.
While you wait.
While you wait.
While you wait, random glitching touch repair.
While you get a smoothie.
While you get a smoothie.
By the time your acai bowl is ready.
That we will have figured out and fixed your digitizer at component level. Oh, this is a clean air, no power. Look at this clean air, no power. Some people like smelling roses. I like smelling clean air, no powers. Look at that. Never soldered on before. No rice. No screws in the wrong places. It's beautiful. All right, let's get the board out of this thing and see what we can do. Gizmo says demolition clauses are common. There are even relocation clauses and clauses in purchased buildings, entitling previous owner to any profits made from future development or sale. Listen, so if you're going to have a demolition clause within the building that says, oh yeah, I know you signed a 10-year lease, we could just end it at any time and F you have to pay me. You're going to have to pay me because it costs money to relocate. It's going to cost money to rebuild everything. It's going to cost, all of this is actually going to cost money. And this is, it's business. You're going to be making money off of me while I'm there. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't collect rent from a tenant that gives you rent every month steadily, and sell the building and then keep all the money for yourself. That's just not the way it's not the way it's gonna go. This is not gonna happen. No, no. It's just no. Absolutely, absolutely no. So that is a point that we are going to have to negotiate back and forth. Luckily, I have an amazingly talented broker who is going to help me with all of this entire process. Paul's also going to write me up a TPS report estimating what it would cost to move.
Did you say TPS reports?
Yes.
I have a problem with my TPS reports. I don't put the proper cover letter on.
What type of cover letter do you use in your TPS
I did
report?
not get the memo.
A TPS report outlines the cost for travel and procurement of a space. And I need Paul to write a TPS report that I could send to my broker to utilize for negotiating. Is the door locked? Is anybody out there watch? No. Okay. I just wanted to. I heard a noise. Okay, now this board has actually been washed before. And here's the thing. If you're looking at it like this, you can't really tell. But when you turn it a little bit, yeah, look at that, look at that. That's either flux or a previous spill. So I'm just going to plug this cable back in. We're going to unplug the SSD because any sort of heating work that I do, I don't want to affect the rest of this. Let's just do this, like so. All right. Also, people, just so you know, in the next 10 days, we are going to have 1 million subscribers. And one of the things that I'm planning on is having a 1 million subscriber party. I asked Hannah and Camille here if they may have any idea as to where it is we should throw this, but I'd like to actually invite every subscriber. So if you're part of the 1 million people who are subscribers, or 970-something thousand, just know that we have something in the works, because in the next 10 days, we are going to have 1 million. And I think it would be really cool if in the middle of Manhattan we have some sort of get-together where literally anybody who is a subscriber to the channel can come, meet. Again, we are hitting that 1 million figure soon. We're going to have all sorts of cool stuff, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. The 1 million subscriber party. I'd like to try to schedule it right on the time that I think the million's going to hit. So maybe it could be the day that the million is going to hit. So I'm going to be watching Social Blade closely. It's going to be, yeah, just let me know what you think. Where should I hold something like this? Should it be in a park? Should it be in a building? Should it be in a club? Should it be in some office space? If one of you out there watching is a venture capitalist, multi-billionaire, maybe we could rent out Madison Square Garden or the Javits Center for a day. Pay your fair share. And that would be kind of cool. Yep. Hank said, on the subject of bargaining, think of it like dating. Yes, she is pretty, but you both have your own wants. It's all about growing towards each other for a good relationship. One-sided doesn't end well. I agree. I'm not going to ask for something ridiculous like $500,000 to $1 million. I think $150,000 is really fair if I'm going to be leaving. I think, $150,000, you want to kick me out of the lease, that's fine. I'm going to have to build a new place, do all this stuff from scratch. It's a lot of work. $150K to relocate my business is, I think, fair. And, I know it. It can't be a one-sided thing. This can't be some one-sided BS like I'm hitting 1 million subscribers while somebody else is delivering mail. But anyway, so we are going to, let's just take a look here. And you will see that we've got a lot of junk in that area. So let's see what all that stuff is. And, yeah, it's going to be a... Alright, so as can be seen here, we have corrosion around... now you can see. That. As you can see here, we have corrosion on this capacitor. So see, this is a healthy cap over here on my left. On my left, you have what look like healthy capacitors. Lower the light. Actually, the light is a little too low. Yeah, that's the problem here. That's All right, there we go. So, as you can see, these are healthy capacitors over here. Whereas this is all kind of corroded away, and it looks like somebody used... Yeah, that's flux. Yeah. What did you do? Oh, man. I thought this was a clean MacBook Air. I said it was a beautiful, untouched, nice, happy little MacBook Air. And it's not. What did they do to you? Okay, let's turn on the power supply software. Let's turn on the power supply software. I know you put it in yesterday. You put it in yesterday. A long time. Alright, we're going to plug this in. We're going to turn on my power supply, get the power supply on the screen. How many amps are you using? So you go to 120 milliamps and then you go back down to 30. So let's go around this board and see what's going on with it. We're going to turn on my multimeter, turn on Paul Daniels' software. Ian Colquhoun, you should invite Linus, offered to pay for his wife to come too. You know, I have invited Paul Daniels and I offered to pay for his family if he wanted to come. Because I'm, you know, not going to get into that right now. Nope. Don't need all the Linus fanboys showing up in my comment section. Anyway, yeah, but it would be nice if I made an offer to Paul Daniels for himself, his family, paid hotel, paid flight, and I would pay for him to be present at the party. You know, I think it would be cool to have the man that made this software. Also, Ian, any relation to the man that owns Axiom Audio, Ian Colquhoun? I can't pronounce that last name, but I know it's spelled the same way, so I'm curious. So we're going to go through this board, and by looking through the schematic in the board view. Are you standing on an OSHA-approved ladder, hi?
Yes.
That's a folding chair, and it's a squeaking folding chair.
Well, this is the OSHA approved ladder, right?
We have a ladder, hi. Use the ladder, hi.
But this is OSHA approved. That's OSHA approved. Also,
Paul, that's not OSHA-approved. I think $200,000 for the demo clause would be fair. Okay, I'll take that into consideration. You know, Steve was saying in the 250 area. I thought maybe 150, but I think 200K is probably closer to the mark. We'll see. Again, maybe they'll balk at it. You know, you never know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so we are going to open up So here we have the list of power rails. We're just going to go down our list and see what's present and what's not present. Okay. 8.5 volts at PP bus G3 hot. Bam. We have PP342 since we got a light in the charger. PP5 ES5 is down here. 5 volts presence. PP5 ES4 is going to be around there. Not presence, but PPV RTC G3 hot. PPV RTC G3 hot. Ah, there we go. Nah, you're there. What am I doing and not in a microscope? I go... This is how I usually do it when there's nobody around. I have to pretend that I'm looking in the microscope to, make it all seem feasible. Alright, So let's see what the fuck happened over here. What are these capacitors for? Why is this shit all scraped? Because I'm going to guess that my issue is going to be something in this area over here. And just if I unplug the charger and I plug it in, no bump. Alright, so I'm just going to assume that something stupid happened in this area, and we're going to replace what we see in this arena. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing, Catherine? I hope everything is well with you and your cat. I hope you have a cat as well. If you don't know the joy of having a cat, you don't know life. Alright, so this is responsible for creating PP1V05SO. Let's see what's going on there. By the way, Catherine, where do you think that we should be holding the 1 million subscriber party? I am... By the way, you can see there's also green corrosion in that area as well. See this? See that? Where would you hold the 1 million subscriber bash, Catherine? How about a sliding scale of something crazy like 250 to 300K for the first year, and more like 150 after 5 years? I don't know, that could actually be worse. Because that's the thing, in 5 years from now, what if the business has grown a lot, and there's way more inconvenience to moving? Perhaps we could do something like that. But still. The thing is, it's like the cost of construction and all that, everything goes up. I mean, 5 years, you know, inflation will have gone up. It's going to cost me more money to get those things done later on, not less. $1 million party in front of the Apple Store. Yeah, but I don't want to stand in front of an Apple Store all day outside. Like, where am I going to pee? What about food and all that kind of stuff? I want to be able to use a restroom, and I want to be able to eat, sit down, talk to people. Is the New York City public sidewalk really the best place to celebrate 1 million subscribers? That's actually not a bad idea, Cars in Depth. It's just... yeah, it's not a terrible idea. Alright, so let's take a look at the pads that are broken, or the ones that are really nasty on the schematic, just to give us an idea. So the pads that are the nastiest are going to be this one over here. This is this is supposed to be a pad that goes to this resistor, boot, and PP5ES4. So PP5ES4, one of the things I'm going to be interested in doing, since that's a really corroded pad, for the 5-volt power line, is see if it's shorted to ground. So I'm going to just check and see if that line is shorted to ground right now. And it's not, 3 kiloohms. And next thing I want to do is see where this boot thing goes to. The schematic. Just got around to fixing my Nintendo Entertainment System. It cost about $5 for a new 72-pin connector. Thanks for the inspiration to fix it. That's awesome. You fixed you fixed an NES. I would love to play the original Mario on that sometime. I haven't played that in like 15 years. Oh my kidding, not 15, like 25 years. Someone says, so this is his real business. I don't know what you mean by that. This is a fake business. All that Yelp and Google stuff are just paid advertisers. So that's VBST. Yeah, so this was probably totally burned out. So it's a chance the chip was still good, but just the capacitor and resistor going there was burned out. Either way, if that was that burned and that cap goes to this resistor, I'm not going to rely on this resistor anymore. You never know. It's got to go. Yeah, so if any of you have suggestions as to where to hold this in Manhattan, please do email me, lewis@rossmangroup.com. There's no time to waste. We got about, let's see, if we're gaining subscribers at a rate of 2,000 a day, and I need 25,000, that's 12 days. 12 days to plan this party. Yeah, that pad's done for. Oh well. Erica, after 4 weeks we will have already been at 1,000,000. There'll be no point for a party by then. It's like holding a birthday party 3 weeks after somebody turns 21. This is a milestone. Okay. And I'm gonna have to run a wire from that cap from there to there. Rent a filthy restaurant for a day. That would be a great place. Let Alan find a place for a subscriber party. You know what? I'll have to ask him. I'll actually email him that. I'm fighting with the boards inside the slot. Why did you say you were surprised more people watching real estate videos than technical videos? I mean, because the real estate videos is just me walking around and talking about bullshit, whereas the other ones are actual videos that provide value to society. So the reason that I was surprised that more people are interested in watching the real estate stuff than this is, if you watch the repair, let's say if you're a repair shop, or or you're somebody who has access to any sort of, recycled equipment or stuff like this, you could use the video. I'm not trying to sound ego. I think I have a large ego at this, but you could take the videos that I put out and you can use them to make a pretty good sum of money. Or you could increase your shop's business, by 5 or 6 figures a year if you add this stuff to your repertoire. Whereas me just saying, oh, look, here's an annoying broker. Here's somebody that's lying about stuff. Here's an annoying old lady that is condescending, aggravating, phony, and just annoying in every way ever. Like that more people are interested in watching that than people are interested in watching something that could actually add value to society by taking stuff that's waste and making it work again. Again, it's not just taking stuff that's dead and making it work again for the ethics. It's taking stuff that's broken and making it work again to, pay your bills. I'm just surprised that more people are interested in the in the, the gossipy stuff than they are in the stuff of substance. Perhaps I should not be surprised by that, though. Are you well again? I'm better. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to the Wing Chun training. I suck, but I'm just kind of trying to challenge myself to learn something new there. And I wasn't able to do it while I was sick. I smell coconut bathroom spray. Do you smell coconut bathroom spray, Paul?
Yes,
I love that coconut bathroom spray. Everybody say thank you to Pink Senna in the chat for providing us with lovely coconut bathroom spray. You should start pricing the parts you sell in the store per square inch. No, I should just start saying that we sell 45 cc's of Amtech Flux instead of 30. What do you think of that, Paul? We sell 90 cc's of Amtech Flux. Prove me wrong. Would you find that to be too? Yeah.
Deceiving?
Perhaps.
No, but you have to live in reality.
Yeah, reality. It's not a lie. It's commercial flux sales. Okay, we take the wire. Shizzle. Do you live in reality, Paul?
I'd like to think so.
Do you measure things if they're purchasing based on measurements and the price is based on measurements?
I would, definitely.
Would you accurately advertise 30% shrinkage when using Tinder?
Well, shrinkage is a factor, but not 30%.
Okay, let's see what we got here. It's beautiful. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful board. Mwah. Mwah. Get Starbucks into trouble. Or Starbucks got into trouble for saying their drinks were like 32 ounces, but they were only serving 30. That's barely a lie. That's barely. I mean, okay. And as you can see, we're now getting fan spin. So let's go over something that I think is pretty interesting here, because this is something that honestly I didn't even know off the top of my head. So what was going on with this machine is we were missing all the rails above the S5s. So we had PP Bus G3 hot. We had PPVRTC G3 hot. We had PP5ES5. And I believe we had PP3V3S5. But we were missing the S4. So when I checked PP5ES4, it was stuck at 0. Now, it wasn't doing the thing where it pulses and goes, 5 volts on then off, 5 volts on then off, 5 volts on then off. It was just staying at a straight up 0. It pulsed when it originally turned on for a quick second, but then stayed off throughout the entire thing. There are times where you can actually see it pulsing regularly, where it's going to 5 volt 0, 5 volt 0, 5 volt 0 the entire time, rather than just one set of 5 volt 0. So it was interesting here. You have the G3 hot rails on when the computer's always on, just always on. S5 on when the computer is off. S4, rails that are going to be on when the computer is hibernating. S3, rails that are going to be on when the computer is asleep or in suspend mode. SO, rails that are going to be on when the computer is actively on and functioning, like this one is that's streaming. Now, you need to have the rails below whichever one that you're measuring. So in order to have your S3 rails, you have to have your S4. In order to have your S4, you have to have your S5. In order to have S5, you have to have G3 hot, and so on and so forth. Now, what's interesting here is that I didn't have S4 rails because my SO chip was broken. So what I kind of learned here is that if PP1V05SO has a problem, if there's an issue with PP1V05SO, which is around this chip that I'm showing you over here, what I find really interesting is that if you have an issue with an SO rail, it will actually keep your S4 rails from working. And it's something that, yeah, just kind of interesting, you know. So the S4 rail is not going to turn on and stay on even if there's no problem with that S4 rail if the SO rail is not able to turn on. So the machine tried to turn on, it probably got itself to an SO state, realized it's missing PP1V05SO, and instead of just shutting off the SOs, it just shut off all the S3s and the S4s as well, but left the S5s running. Very interesting. So that's it for this one. We do have a fan spin. We do have a fan spin, which this is as close to fix as you're ever going to get. So that's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Lewis does not like to build PCs. Damn straight. I hate building PCs. Like this I enjoy. Fixing the board, you know, this is a little investigative trip with some brain work and stuff. Reassembling this, I pay somebody to reassemble this because I hate reassembling computers. I can't imagine doing it for fun. My God, it's boring. Monotonous, boring. Ugh. Yeah. No assembling computers. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll hopefully make more time for fixing videos soon. I'm wasting a lot of time on all this real estate and business administration kind of rubbish. But once that's all sorted out, we may be able to do more board videos than ever, since the new office we get is going to be wired up with, you know, microscope cameras and overhead cameras at every individual station. So if somebody's got something cool going on, we're going to hit a button on the new Master Stream Deck we're going to get. Master Stream Deck. Hi-Hi's going to quit college to spend all his time here editing video rather than working on college.
We need a broadcast control.
We need a broadcast control panel, and we need somebody to operate it.
Yeah.
Paul, maybe? Yeah. What would cause a fuse to blow in a Blu-ray player? Why is that a trick question, Paul? A, how do you know that your fuse is blown? B, fuse on what? C, without seeing it, I can't really know. I appreciate the $1.99, but there's no way for me to really answer that question. I'm very sorry. You need a TriCaster, someone says. You know what I need? I need an office that fits this shit. I need an office where we're not, like... Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Freaking... No room! Not if I get up. I bring my chair back. My chair is already hitting the cabinet. There's no room in here, is there? I actually have to go to this incoming mail desk. That's the next thing I have to do when I get off the street. Look at this. So you can't really see it because it's blocked by stuff. This is all the incoming random stuff that people have sent me that I have not gone through. I have all these little Amazon papers that you could use to thank people. So thank you very much. It's just sometimes these little papers get lost because there's no space for them. This was actually supposed to be a rack for us to put computers on that we were using. Supposedly, according to Paul. I've been using it as a mail rack because I have no place to put the incoming, little random stuff that people send me. Like this bike bell? What's this? It's
old-fashioned bike bell.
It says get the fuck out of my way. I thought when you hit it, it's actually going to say get the fuck out of my way. This is kind of cool. Erica says on the right, I see the plush toy. Yeah, on this side, you'll see that there's a plush toy. This little thing has made Paul very, very happy. Look at how happy Paul is.
He's so fluffy.
It also has a butt. What the fuck? I don't know what's up with that. Hi, hi. Do not molest the toy that Erica got us. It's adorable.
I like him.
All right. Time to clean up this clusterfuck of an office. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something. It has been my pleasure and honor having this chance to educate you all on live stream and all these edited videos over the past 7.5 years that I've been on YouTube, and it's really cool to see that we're very close to hitting 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much for helping this happen, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you all at the party that we will hold at a yet-to-be-determined place in 10 days. See you in the next one.